Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel. I am Perry Premonitions and I will be doing your reading today for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the end of November. Now I've gone ahead and I've already poured a glass of mugwort. I've drinking it and I have laid the tea leaves as they settled. And right off the bat, I'm gonna make this so you can see it. What I'm already seeing is a couple things. Currently, what you're dealing with, any tea leaf that hits the rim of the glass is your present situation. Anything that's closer to the rim is your near future, and at the bottom of the cup is going to be your distant future. Now, what you're dealing with right now is some 10th house energy. So as the outside rim of the glass is a circle, if you look at it astrologically, it goes with the houses. Now the 10th house is all about Capricorn and Saturn. It is the house of father figures, what it means to be a man, masculinity, long-term career goals. So it's likely that you're currently fixated on that particular area of your life. So you could be thinking a lot about your career, you could be thinking a lot about what it means to be a man. And in this reading, I am picking up on a masculine energy. I do believe this reading is for a man, or it could be a woman with masculine energy, but I am getting a very specific reading for a man, somebody who identifies as a man. So going further into this, your present moment, you're focused on, I keep getting what it means to be a man. So you may be struggling with your masculinity. You could be somebody who has just transitioned. And there could be many different ways this could go. But one of them could be you're somebody who just transitioned and you're trying to balance out the new hormones that you're working through. And transitioning into this new body that you're creating for yourself and finally coming into what it feels like to be you. Another way this could go is this is somebody who is struggling with their identity in some way, and they're a man who is struggling to provide or struggling to, I keep getting struggling to provide, because if you think about the 10th house is the father figure. It's the masculine. It's the societal role of the provider. It's Saturn. It's the big guy. And I keep getting this wounded masculine energy. So diving further into this, now when you get further into the cup, the more that I see of what's kind of going on here is this tea leaf right here on the right hand side that's closer to the outside of the rim and not the bottom. Now that hits the 8th house. This is the house of Scorpio, Mars, Pluto. It's sex, it's shared finances, it's your partner's finances. If you're married or if you're in a relationship, you live together, you share your finances with this person. So this can go a couple different ways. You could be a person or a man, a masculine energy, that is currently trying to work through what it means to be a provider. You have shared in the immediate future, maybe you're realizing in the immediate future that you're going to have shared finances with a partner, and you're wondering what it means to provide. What does that mean to you? And another way that could be taken is that, I'm kind of getting this, impression. Okay, so there's a couple different things that come through. Now keep in mind, this video goes out on YouTube, and there could be thousands and thousands of people who potentially see it, or there could be none, who knows, it could be three different people with 3 different walks of life, excuse me, that all have 3 very different messages, and I'm supposed to pick up on all 3 energies. Now, the other thing that could be happening, you could be thinking about your career goals right now, right? That could be what's on your mind. In your closer future, you could end up, since the 8th house is sex, having sex with someone and potentially becoming a father. Because when you look at the bottom of the cup in the distant future, the tea leaves are touching the 11th, 10th, and 9th house. And they kind of, if you look at the right hand side, you see how it bleeds over into the 8th. It's almost like the 8th house is what's touching the rest. It's like it caused this. Like maybe maybe you kind of have this feeling that might be happening, right? Now, actually what I'm noticing even now is that there is a tea leaf down here on the bottom that's touching the 4th house. And the 4th house is the Cancer house, the Moon house, family, children. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, it's very possible that in your immediate future you could get someone pregnant. You could end up getting someone pregnant and becoming a father. And touching the 11th, 10th, and 9th house. The 11th house is Aquarius. It is the house of humanitarianism, friends, groups. This might change the structure of your friend groups. You might realize that maybe these people come forward to help you, or maybe they kind of distance themselves because you're in a new walk of life. Like I said, the 10th house is Capricorn, which is all about fatherhood, the father house, long-term career goals, masculine energy. And the 9th house is about traveling. It's Sagittarius, it's Jupiter, it's philosophy, it's wisdom, it's God. So the impression of what I'm getting here is that, you know, you may, and this is coming more clearly now, I think I understand the message now. So you are currently thinking about this masculine energy that you are harnessing, who you are to be a man, to be a provider. You may have recently moved in with someone, you may have shared finances with someone, and you might question a lot about what it means to be a man, and your distant but more immediate future, it's very likely you could end up having sex with this person, and you could get them pregnant, and then it really adds all of that collective energy of the tea leaves into that area of your life, where you really start thinking, okay, oh my God, career goals, because I have to provide for my family now, you know, and you see how the tea leaf is touching family. You might even prepare, you might even plan this. This might be planned. It could be. That could be why you're thinking about all of this. This might be a planned action. You are thinking about starting a family, you want to have kids, and you're thinking about how to go about all of that, because the closest to the present moment is father figure energy with family energy. Then we have sex, and then we have more father figure, provider, God. And I mean, if you think about creation, you think of God. Most people do. So that is mostly what I'm getting from this cup. Now, I use my beginning tea in conjunction with the reading. So usually I will take the tea and I will drink it, I will work with it, I'll sit on it, I'll meditate with it, and then I will start the reading based off of the energies of which I'm getting that from. That's not to say that somebody else can't get a message through this reading. However, if you feel like the tea divination applies to you, this reading is very likely going to apply to you. So we have the past position, the present position, and the future position. Past position, you have the Star card. Now the Star card, again, is some more Aquarian energy. And it's possible you could be dealing with an Aquarius, or you could have Aquarius in your chart somewhere. I don't know where that came from, but I was just told to say that since there were so many tea leaves in that area at one point. Or you could potentially conceive a child. Ooh, okay, hold on. You could conceive a child during Aquarian season. That's very specific. So that immediate future of conception, when you have sex, you could conceive, which is really interesting because this is in a past position. I'm trying to understand. This is your wish fulfillment. This is in your past position. You had a wish. You had a creativity burst in you. if your career is in something along the lines of like art or some type of creative outlet of some sort, you may have had a burst of inspiration. You could suddenly in your past have gone through a period of having star quality, which could also mean, if it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in a career that makes you famous, but most of the time that is what it applies to. Or it could also be you could just have worked up the chain in your company and you got a lot of recognition for that. And but I am getting this feeling that this is somebody who works in a creative environment, who their career likely has a lot to do with the creative environment, and in your most recent past you had a burst of creativity. So maybe you made excuse me, Mercury retrograde's got my throat all sorts of messed up. So maybe you pushed out a bunch of paintings, you had a creative streak, and it was really great, and it got you a lot of recognition, and you really were the star. You were the star of the show. That's as much as you can really get into with that. Now, in your present moment, we have the King of Cups reversed. Now, this is another masculine energy, and what the King of Cups in reversed symbolizes to me is somebody who's emotionally immature. Now, it could be that you're emotionally withdrawn. Something may have triggered inside. Okay, so let's go back to that wounded masculinity thing we started at the beginning of the reading. Now, this isn't me trying to insult anybody, because the readings come through as they're meant to come through. You're meant to see it for a reason. Everything is fixable. You can always work on yourself and grow into a more developed person. We all start out underdeveloped and work our way into becoming developed. So something may have happened that triggered you, right? Into that masculine thinking. What does it mean to be a man? And maybe you're acknowledging that you are a bit emotionally withdrawn and emotionally immature. And maybe you have had family on the mind, that you want to start a family and have kids, and that's potentially the future you're looking towards, but you're not emotionally mature enough to handle it yet. And maybe you're recognizing that. The King of Cups reversed is somebody who kind of they can force their emotions onto other people and expect to be revered as an authority, almost, in a way, too. I'm getting that. Emotional blackmail, a lot of this can be an emotionally manipulative card. You could be emotionally manipulating people, and that can take form in a ton of different ways, and we'll dive more into that when I get clarifiers. But the future position card is Knight of Wands in reverse. Now, the Knight of Wands upright is somebody who goes after their passions and is revered for their tenacity and their determination and their passions. Knight of Wands in reverse is somebody who's a little too focused on the attention they're getting. So, having all three of these together, it makes me wonder if in your immediate past you were recognized for your star quality, right? And instead of humbling yourself to an extent that you needed to, you went down a bit of a diva path. Okay, so hold on. I'm getting something. I'm getting like a rock star. I don't know why. I don't know who's gonna watch this video. I have barely even posted anything on YouTube, so I could not imagine a rock star is gonna watch this, but who knows? So I'm getting somebody was acknowledged for their gifts, their star quality, their creativity. They had a burst of it, and it was received positively. Then that person became a diva. Emotionally immature, unbalanced, too focused on the positive recognition they were getting in an egotistical way. So maybe this person's attractive, and maybe they get a lot of attention on social media, and instead of it being about their art anymore, it became more about like, oh, I'm getting all this attention and this is really boosting my ego. And then you're realizing that, or maybe you're not realizing, I don't know, but it's like this person who this reading is for is really getting too much into the ego and less into the passion of what started all of this. There's a wounding, the masculine wounding. What does a wounded masculine do? A wounded masculine needs external validation from other sources. Wounded feminines need external validation from other sources. And that's what the Knight of Wands in reverse is somebody who needs the validation. It's the knight in the armor, going up and down what are those? Jousting. So let's say, like, I'm getting a visual, and I'll explain it to you. So a knight who jousts and just won his jousting competition, just trotting down. I don't know if you've seen Game of Thrones. So Game of Thrones, there's a scene where Sansa is sitting in the pews during the jousting competition, and there's a knight who's super handsome and really attractive, and he wins, and he just comes up and he takes off his helmet, and he's just kind of like whipping his hair around and acting all in his attractiveness and really ego-based. It's not for the glory of him winning. Oh, it's so funny. Look, I didn't even realize. So upright, there's a jousting. Yeah, that's so funny. Okay. So, he's really ego-based. Now, weirdly, that I mentioned somebody in transition at the beginning of the video, and like I said, it could apply to anybody with wounded masculine energy, or like just stepping into that type of physical outer energy, because in the Game of Thrones series, that person turns out to actually be gay. They're not straight, but he's playing on straight women for his success. So this reading could be an immature person who is playing off of other people's feelings, because cups are all about feelings, and taking the ego boost when in reality they're not interested at all, and they're using their star, their power, their fame to do it. And it's more serious than just like a groupie or something. It's like somebody's actually getting their feelings hurt. They're being used. That's what the King of Cups in reverse does. It's emotional use. They use you emotionally. Now, the overall energy for this reading was vision quest, seeking out what does it mean to be, I keep getting that, what does it mean to be a man? What does that mean? What it's like maybe this person has tried their whole life to fit into what it meant to be a man instead of embracing their feminine qualities, and it's caused them to act out in really unhealthy ways, right? Like, not all of us are meant to be one constructive way. We're meant to harness the energy that's given to us and find balance in both. But if you're a woman with masculine energy, that's fantastic. But if you try to force yourself to be something you're not, then you will act out in ways that don't honor your inner self, and you will become somewhat underdeveloped because of that, because it's not you. So if there's a man who is more feminine energy, and that's not to equate in any way, shape, or form to somebody's sexual orientation at all, it's just energy. So if there's a man who has more feminine energy and he's trying to force himself into this construct of what it means to be a man, then yes, he's going to act out in negative ways because he's seeking something that isn't to be sought. It's already within him. And he needs to focus more on embodying who he is as a person and stop worrying so much and feeding off of external validation, because that's what a Knight of Wands does. It's, oh, I'm attractive, or ooh, if I act this way, I'm gonna get the external validation that I'm looking for. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and clarify the star card. I want to know what it was in this person's past for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs that gave them star quality. Oh, wow, that jumped out. Hermit. That is interesting. So, what gave you star quality? Maybe being unattainable. It's something about hold on, I'm trying to decipher this in my mind. It might have been that this person in their recent past. Oh, okay. I get it. I'm getting it. So I'm getting this visual of a person who, like, remember I said the rock star thing. Somebody went on their own. Somebody left their band and went on their own and started their own, like, you know how, God, what is it called? I think it was One Direction that Zayn was in. I don't know. I'm really bad with all that stuff, because it's surprising I'm even picking up on a musician, because, like, band names and all that stuff, it escapes me. So, somebody was in a band and they left on their own and they became more successful on their own, or they were more recognized on their own. And that could also be why in the teacups there was that, like, what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to build this long-term career goal? Because I think this person was actually really successful in this band, and then they went off on their own. I'm seeing, like, fame and then diving off into your own path, doing it yourself. I actually want to get something to clarify that. Ooh, hold on. Can I have a card, please, to clarify the Hermit in the past position? Why did this person go off on their own? Oh, okay. Your intuition told you to. Because something about being in this band didn't sit right, or I'm seeing an external feminine energy that influenced this decision. Somebody you know could have been supportive of you. This could go a million different ways. So there was an intuitive guidance, either from yourself, that told you needed to take your own path and get out of this group effort. I say band, you could have been like a group of artists that all had the same platform where you posted your art or something, and somebody wanted more profits than you. I don't know. It could be a million different ways. But you had fame. And it was a large amount of fame, but I'm seeing it wasn't for very long. Now, you went on your own, and you went on your own because you had this guidance to do so. And then, you know, the moon represents Pisces, and I see this woman looking up, so it's like, it was what was best for you, but I could also see this as somebody else, a feminine energy coming in to guide you. And this could be as literal as you knowing a tarot reader. A tarot reader could have told you that this was your course, that you were meant to go off on your own, and you followed that guidance. It could go a lot of different ways. So I want to understand this King of Cups. What has caused Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get to this place of emotional unavailability and immaturity? So we got the Eight of Cups. And again, I'm seeing the moon here. It's all, and the moon again represents Pisces. And it's like you have these two cups. So you became emotionally unavailable or emotionally immature. And you left all 8 of your cups down here. And it's like you're walking away from the cups to focus on yourself. And I think you are climbing this ladder, these steps, and taking a path without the emotional aspects to it. And I think you're doing it because you think that's what you have to do. You think you have to get rid of feelings, right? You think you have to get rid of them to get closer to yourself, the moon, Pisces. To get closer to yourself and your true meaning, you have to get rid of the emotional aspects of your life. And that is not the right way to go about it, I can tell you that. All right, I want to get one more card. Can I have one more card to clarify the King of Cups here with the 8 of Cups, please? Please give me a card to help me better understand what's going on. Ugh. King of Wands. This person is attractive, like I said. There's no doubt you are likely a very attractive man or person. And you had success, you were in a group effort, you went on your own, you had this guidance from somewhere, whether it was yourself or someone else, and somewhere along the way, you abandoned your feelings. Like, you just said, no, feelings gotta be left behind. Like, that's gotta be left in the past. I can't focus on feelings because feelings don't get me anywhere. That was from somebody. Somebody has said that to themselves or someone else before. And the King of Wands is somebody who goes after what they want. But the downside and negative to this, and since it's clarifying the King of Cups in reverse, I'm seeing this as somebody who is attractive. They're so focused on their ego. And they're going after what they want in all the wrong ways. Like, you had the star. So it's like the universe, you don't get the star unless you've gone through hellfire and shit. The star comes after the tower moment. The tower moment is like going through it in tarot. You were gifted the star and you went on your own. So it's not that the universe doesn't want to give you this gift. It's just something happened that, like, you're walking away from your emotions. And this reminds me of the illusion card in one of my my Sacred Wisdom deck, I think it is, my Oracle deck, because they walk up the steps in that card and they have like a astral look to them too. And I'm getting this impression that, like, you're disillusioning yourself to think that, like, emotions have no play in this, because, like, if you're an artist, emotion is everything. I mean, like, I don't know a single person in my life that's an artist, whatever form that is. You could be like a singer, you could be a painter, you could be a writer, you could do poetry, whatever it is. Like, you can't do that without feeling. You can't do that without passion, you know? Like, that, it's just, you won't be successful without it, because people have to feel you. They have to feel what you're trying to give them. Okay. I want to clarify this Knight of Wands. Like, obviously you've been getting attention. Not as much as you used to, though, from what I'm being told. So, what is this Knight of Wands in reverse for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Can I please have a card to clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Can I have a card, please? Ooh, ooh, I didn't know it was coming. Ooh, you really are thinking about starting a family, huh? My God, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is family. It is home. It is hearth. It's the dog, the white picket fence, the perfect house with the perfect furniture, the perfect wife, the perfect kids. Oh, well, that definitely works with what I was saying about what was going on with the T divination. So it's likely that you may have been thinking about starting a family, what that looks like, and you were emotionally immature to do so. But it's within your desire to have it. It's within your desire to have it, but you're not seeing that you need to have the emotion. Okay. It's within your desire to have this. Another desire card. But you are not emotionally mature enough to handle that yet. And the universe would like you to please work on your emotional issues before you get there. And I guess this is some famous person who's creative that's looking at a family. You have wounded masculine energy. I mean, this could go a bunch of different ways, and it's probably for a bunch of different people. But you're thinking about this. This is your future. Your future is the 10 of Cups. But you can't be like this to get this. You can't be so egotistical to have a healthy 10 of Cups environment. Like that, it doesn't work that way. So, can I have another card, please? Oh, nope, too many. To clarify the... Okay, they were yelling at me. They want me to take this one. The world. The world is all about divine intervention. Having the world at your feet. But you have to work with all of the elements. Oh my God. They just said that so loud. You have to work with all of the elements. Start on a new journey. This is the Fool right in the middle. The Fool gets the world. But you have to harness all four. You want to have a family and have this beautiful life without harnessing all four elements? You can't do that. You need the finances, the brains, the emotions, the desire, the stability, the constructive thinking, the emotional support, the tenacity to make it through. You know, like you can't be so focused on, well, one, making it happen quickly. That's okay. So that's another thing. You're trying to move way too fast to get this. This does not come right away. That takes work with all four elements of the world. You need to have all four elements of the world in order to achieve that 10 of Cups. And no, you cannot leave your emotions behind to do it. You have to face your past. And your present is not abandoning feelings and being emotionally immature and being like this, which is a demanding, desired person. Okay. So I want to get, I was going to ask for a card for advice. And I got the 3 of Cups. So, 3 of Cups. It's all about celebration, working together with people, having a good time. It's emotional. It's an emotional celebration. It's enjoying yourself. It's not being all up in this, like... So first of all, you started as a hermit, right? You started as a hermit, a star, and hermits are all on their own. Now you're thinking about, what does it mean to be a man? I want to start a family. You're not emotionally mature enough to get to that point at this point in time. You're trying to abandon emotions to get there. You can't do that. And then you're trying to bulldoze your way into it with your burning desires, whether that's your burning desire to sleep with someone, your burning desire to be appreciated, to be acknowledged, your career, because like I said, a majority of what was going on in that reading presently for the T was you were thinking about being a father, or not being a father, I'm sorry, was thinking about your long-term career goals. So leaving whatever your creative star quality was to go off on your own, away from other people, because you were guided to do so. And maybe that was the right choice. But you can't forever be on your own, you know, and this is a reminder, get in tune with your emotions with other people. Three of Cups is, let's get together, let's do this. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy this. Let's have some drinks with other people. Three of Cups, 3 people. Not just 2. It's not just you and the person that you want to be with. It's you, the person you want to be with, and more. It's about opening yourself up. Okay. So can I have one more card, please, to clarify? Ooh, the 3 of Cups is advice. The Moon. Hello, Pisces. The advice, the last card that ends is you. You have 2 wolves here and bat spirit coming through an illumination of the moon. It is the illumination of your subconscious thinking, the things that you're trying to hide from yourself, the parts of your, which are your emotions, by the way. Sorry. They're so specific. You're trying to hide your emotions from yourself and from other people, and you won't get anywhere by doing that. This is you. The universe wants you to work with people, enjoy celebrations with others, and illuminate yourself, your inner self, your subconscious. The moon is the subconscious self, and the moon also represents Pisces. You know, bat spirit brings out the things of the night. They exist in the night. Your darkest thoughts, your darkest things, you need to share them. Those are just as much you as anything else is. And if you want this 10 of Cups, you're going to have to face the music. I don't know why they wanted me to say music. You got to face the music. I don't know. That's going to hit you. I don't know why, but they told me that phrase is going to fucking hit you. I'm so bad at, oh my God. I know this is YouTube, but it's going to hit you. Face the music. Face the music. Face the music. That's going to be the title of this video. Face the music. Focus on what you're hiding from the world, and allow people the chance to see that part of you so that you can celebrate with others and work on this beautiful life that you want to build. Because I don't blame you. I don't blame you for wanting 10 of Cups. I don't blame you for wanting to go after what you desire. And you do want to know how to get it. Like, you do want to know. You're asking, what do I need to do? What does it mean to be a man? How can I be a provider? How can I be a father? These are all things you genuinely want, but you need to realize you got to master all 4 elements and start on a new journey. Different from the way you've lived your life every day up until this moment. You need to try to embody every element that is accessible to you. Everything, so that you can illuminate yourself, your subconscious fears, your subconscious thoughts, the dark thoughts. Call upon the wolf spirit. The wolf spirit will help you with this. That is what they are designed to do. That is their purpose. Now, finally, the last thing I want to do is get you a shamanic oracle card as overall advice. And I swear to God, if it has something to do with the moon and opening up your emotions, I swear. Can I have a card, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the end of November? And they're telling me all through the end of this year. Okay, so this, not is this only for the end of November, but this is going to be all throughout the end of this year. Can I have advice, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in regards to the spread? Oh, sorry guys, my camera shakes when I move too much. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness. Don't go quiet. Pisces needs some advice. They're telling me that the advice they gave you about the wolf spirit is the most important. Like, they're just like, no, it's wolf spirit. That's your advice. Some of you already know that. I don't know. Some of you might have wolf. Ooh, nope. Some of you might have wolf as a spirit animal or a spirit totem, or you have like pictures of wolves in your room or in your house. And they're telling you to meditate in front of those pictures. Ooh. 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 Okay, so they gave me 2 cards, and both of them are in reverse. Now, something to know about oracle cards. When they're in reverse, it is not a negative omen. It is an intensified advice. It's like spirits like extra specific. They're just being like, hey, I really, really need you to pay attention to what I'm saying. So reversals in tarot can have negative omens depending on the card. However, reversals in oracle, it's more so, I really want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. So, Pisces, the first card that came out was the drum, which is the awakening card in the shamanic oracle deck. Sorry, they started showing me something. Remember I said something about Rockstar? You might be the drummer in that band that you were in, and you went off on your own to drum on your own, because this is the drums. It is awakening. Or you could find some serious healing from listening to drumming. I don't know if this is something you've done before. Even if you aren't the drummer in this like scenario, maybe the drums are the instrument that speaks to you on some level. But they're telling you it's time to awaken. It's time to wake up. It's time to start feeling again. It's time to acknowledge the deepest parts of yourself, because the drum hits a frequency that accesses parts of your inner self that sometimes that are inaccessible. So that's why a lot of shamans will use drums, and a lot of cultures use drums to awaken that part of us so that we can acknowledge it, confront it, and work with it. And that is also why it's called the awakening card. It is the instrument used to wake up. It's time to wake up. And I will read from the shamanic medicine deck the actual description for this. But I want to give you this one. The next one was trickster. Challenge. Pisces. Don't take this the wrong way. We all go through a period where we use manipulation tactics on people, whether we do it consciously or not. But this is your challenge. It is to stop tricking people into thinking all is good when it's not. Stop hiding your emotions and your deepest inner wounds and your subconscious thinking from people around you, because you were right. You needed to go off on your own. You were right about that. But then you lost yourself along the way. You had the intuitive guidance. You had someone in your life or yourself that showed you you had to go on your own. And I don't think, and I truly feel, you were meant to take the hermit path, but you didn't utilize what the hermit path was meant to do for you. You were supposed to heal, confront your inner demons, but instead, you shut out your emotions and you said, no. We're not going to focus on that. We're not going to deal with emotions. We're just going to go head first into all the things I desire of the world, but not learn half of the elements to get it. Because what I see is this half. You harness the fire energy right now and the air energy, but you don't have the stability, the patience, or the emotional nurturing to get it. And it's time to take a challenge. Do something different. Like I said earlier, nothing like the way that you have done anything in your life previous to this moment. Try something different. Do it differently. Awaken to a different life, because you could have the world if you allowed it, so that you could get your 10 of Cups. Like I said, I don't blame you for wanting 10 of Cups. Everybody wants the 10 of Cups. Who doesn't want the 10 of Cups? Sorry, I have to bend down, probably sell my nice little messy bun. All right, so I'm gonna read the drums and the trickster straight from the book, because sometimes I feel like you can really get wording that I may not have that you need to hear from the actual writer of the oracle deck. I really wish I had brought my water over here. Okay, well, we're gonna read it. For drum. Every drum awaits its destined keeper. Drum appears to you now because of your struggle to quiet the chit-chat of your mind. Drum will connect you to the memories of your mother's heartbeat, the cosmic mother, and ancient rituals and ceremonies of your past life. The sound, energy, and vibration of the spirit horse is waiting to awaken the primal sound you have been subconsciously searching for. That is the sound of your lost soul. What did I say? Don't... Ooh. Oh my God. I won't acknowledge that in this video, but if for whatever reason the person that I know that this message applies to sees this was your mother. And you know who you are, you know who this video is for, and I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. If it's you, you know, okay? Nothing else needs to be said. Drum is offering to take you to other worlds you have been longing to explore. With simple beats, the sounds and vibrations of the drum will enable your logical left brain to defer the creative right brain, allowing you to relax in the zone where mystery awaits. Drum is your companion on the journey of awakening. As your heart synchronizes with the beat of the drum, your consciousness will shift. This may invoke ecstatic trance. There will be a transformation. Awaken, wise, in ancient traditions. Drum your soul back home. Past life recollections awaken through the beat of the drum. Walk to the beat of your own drum. A healing occurs using a shamanic drum. Shamanic journeying to the beat of the drum enhances your spiritual sight and connection. Like I said, you were supposed to go on this path, but you didn't take advantage of what it meant to be a hermit. And that's what it wants you to do. March to the beat of your own drum. Yes, you were right about that. But you have to do the healing work too. You can't just march to the beat of your own drum and walk over every damn person you see. It doesn't work that way. All right. So, Trickster. Let me get to that page. Give me 1 second. Trickster. It's time to recognize a great imbalance in the way you live, which can no longer be sustained. Your barriers need to come down, and you must relinquish control. Trickster leads you to an unfamiliar world. Embrace it. Change your perspective, some of which stems from your upbringing and others' expectations and opinions. Forget what you deem as right or wrong. The apparent chaos around you is some of your greatest teachings and experiences, if you choose to see it as such. How else can you grow and evolve? Whoever or whatever pushes your buttons is merely a reflection of what you need to release within yourself. Be assured that once the lesson is realized, excuse me, it will affect you no more and will never present itself again. So let Trickster lead you on an unpredictable and merry dance. Be light of heart. Light of heart, 3 of Cups. Ask questions that no one else would dare to, and see the humor within each situation until you recognize the path you walk is never certain. You will have fun along the way with the medicine of the Trickster as your companion. Move out of your comfort zone and embrace new challenges. Stop procrastinating, for your purpose awaits you. Release control, judgment, and expectation. A surprise direction is a great blessing. An opportunity disguised in a situation is just what you've been waiting for. So again, everything you have done up until this moment, not saying abandon all of it, but try something new. Nothing like you've ever done before, which means, hey, let's be emotional again. Let's have emotions. Real emotions. No, I'm not saying you don't have emotions. We all have a surface level emotions, but what you're burying deep down that this moon card is talking about, what you're burying, it needs to come to the forefront so that you can face it you can transmute it into something beautiful that you can express through the beat of a drum. Maybe the feelings that you feel, that anger that the trickster and the drum is talking about, that anger, the people who trigger you, that provoke you, that push your buttons. Maybe the drum, if you actually sit down with yourself and focus on it and illuminate it and how it affects you, you can take that frustrations out on a drum, sit down, record it, and that will be your next hit. I don't know. That's what I'm being told. So like I said, there are a lot of messages that come through. There are a lot of people who have the potential to see this video. I hope that whoever this was meant to reach, it reaches. If it resonates with you, that's great. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. There's plenty of other people you can watch. There's not just me. And if tarot's not for you, then tarot's not for you. We don't need to hear that you don't like it, because so be it. You don't like it. That's great. So if you enjoyed this video, if you took something away from it, I hope you did. I would appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will also leave links at the bottom of the decks that I use, where I get some of my stuff that I use throughout the video, and also links to my other social media platforms. Again, thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.